Hi everyone, good morning. It's Mariella from Binary Option Sheriff. Today is Tuesday, the 12th of April, and today we are going to try to analyze the economic calendar and use the news in our favor instead of selecting the time when there is going to be a news update and avoiding trading. So what we are going to be doing today is we are going to be analyzing important data that is going to be released today and see how we can trade with market sentiment. So previously we have been avoiding the high volatility areas when we are using auto traders, because I strongly believe that the auto trader is never finely tuned to be able to understand market sentiment. However, with manual trading, market sentiment can lead us to taking some very important trades which should end up in our favor if we use them correctly. At the moment we are waiting, it's 9:26 a.m. and at 9:30 we are waiting for a news announcement which will affect the Australian dollar. I will not be trading it, but we are going to analyze together the impact of the news that is going to be released within the next few minutes and have a look at how the currency is going to react. Later on today at 4:30 is the time that we are going to trade, because we have quite a lot of important news updates which will affect the sterling, and based on how we will see the reaction of the Australian dollar within the next few minutes is how we are going to be taking the trades. So I have prepared the NetDania station. As you can see, I have prepared the Australian against the US dollar. You can see that the market has been very quiet because this was in the early hours. But now we start seeing some movement and volatility. So we start seeing some movement. I'm on a 5-minute chart, and the reason that I am taking a 5-minute chart is because I need to monitor exactly how the movement is going to be immediately after the news update. And we can be looking not just at the Australian dollar against the USD, but any currency pair in which the Australian dollar is tied up with. So we can even be looking at the Australian Swiss franc. As you can see, it is almost an identical chart. The anticipation seems to be that it's going to be a good result, because as you can see, we start seeing, I think actually the news announcement has just been released, because we are seeing this huge volatility on the Australian dollar. Let's have a quick look and see whether the news has been released. Unfortunately, with the Forex Factory, you have to keep updating your result, your page. You have to keep refreshing your browser all the time. And yes, it's 9:30, so the news has been released. We don't have an update on the actual news, because this is actually not a news, but it is a business conference that is going on. But let's have a look and see how the spikes and how the reaction is going. As we can see, the price is really hitting up high. There had been 20 minutes ago some negative feelings, but obviously the way the conference is going seems to be positive, because the price is really going up very high, and now we will see how we can act on this. Let's have a look at a few more currency pairs which will relate to the Australian and the currencies tied with it. You see, again, with Australian JPY, we have the same price hike going up, and Australian New Zealand, same. We have all a very big price hike everywhere we look. So what would I be doing at this point? At this point, because the price has gone up so much, I will be taking 5 and 10 minute trades, which will be on a put option. The reason being that this fast price hike over here will have to readjust itself at some point in time within the next few minutes because it is quite steep. Although we had seen in the past hour quite a sharp drop and the price might be readjusting because of confidence. However, it will definitely go back at some point to the lower level, and this is when we take the down signal. We will wait a little bit, and I will be having a look at the price and how you can see that the results are definitely out and the price keeps really lingering up. So this is the bar of what's happening in these 5 minutes. The price started at the bottom here. It has gone all the way up here and it is retracing. So the wick is the price where it has not reached up again. This is the volume, but if it goes over it, it will be a full candle. Whereas at the moment, we still have the wick from the earlier price spike upwards. I will stop here for a minute, come back in the next 10 minutes and see how the price is going to react. Right, I am back on the Forex Factory with a refreshed browser. We do have the results, so the confidence is actually much better than it was anticipated. It was anticipated at a 3-bar level, and now the confidence is up to a 6-bar level. What this means is that the any currency that is related to the Australian dollar is going to be showing some strong attributes. Therefore, the price will be going up. As I said, I would still at this point take some put trades. However, I would wait a little bit longer because, as you can see, the strength level is really very high. However, at some point, the price will retrace down to this level. So it is a question of tweaking the time, right? But if I had to put the Fibonacci at this point that we did yesterday, we could be finding that our levels will be going back towards this point over here. This is where I would start taking the trades. So let's wait a little bit and come back to this in a few minutes. Right, I'm still looking at the price, which is really scaling up, and I think I will take a couple of trades. I will take the trades expiring within the next 15 minutes and 30 minutes. And the reason for that is that I need the price to go back to the level that I am expecting it to, which is around this area. So let's go to our... So here I am on my broker platform. This might be a little bit confusing for the simple reason that this is set with a GMT time, but I'm actually trading on the Eastern time. So I will take the trade for the next 20 minutes actually. Okay, I will put a call, I will take a put option and I will apply. Right, next I will go Australian, New Zealand, also 2 o'clock, take put. And then we have AUD USD. Everywhere we see the real sharp price. 2 o'clock. And we apply. So as you can see, I have taken 3 positions at the moment, all on a put, because the news was a favorable news and I expect the price to go back to its original position within the next 20 minutes. 20 minutes might not be long enough, however, strictly speaking, 20 minutes, half an hour is usually the time when the price should be leveling back to its original price before we started. We can go back and have a look at our chart again. As you can see, the price, which had already spiked up, is now retracing some of its height. So if we had actually managed to get the price at this point, we would already be in the money. We will wait for 20 minutes, have a look at the historics of the currency pairs, which are all related to the Australian dollar, and we will see what results we've had with our trading. So here I am back. We are just a few minutes short of our expiry dates. We have taken three trades, all in put, which all were all related to the Australian dollar. As we can see, we are winning the 3 trades. They will go into expiry very, very shortly. How far are we from the expiry? Let's have a look. Sorry about the confusion with the time. We are just a couple of seconds away from our expiry, and it's really looking quite good. If we have a look at the charts, we can see that we took the trade somewhere up at the top here, and the price did go down as expected in the next few seconds. Let's hope it doesn't go crazy on us in the next few seconds now. However, it would seem that we are very much close to expiry now, and as we can see, we should be. So here we are on our expired positions. As we can see, in all 3 instances, we took with the Australian dollar based on the Sentimental strategy. We have won the 3 of them. One of them was very marginal, as we can see, with just 1 pip, but bottom line, this is what binary options trading is. Whether it's 1 pip or 10 pips or 20, this does not really make any difference. We will have a look at the charts and I will show exactly how we have won these trades. Okay, so here we are to conclude exactly what's happened with our trades today, trading based on the Sentimental analysis. So we've had the Australian against the US dollar. We entered at 0.76224 and the expiry was at 0.76215. So we had a drop of 9 pips here, and if we look at the chart, we can see that we entered at the top part of the trade, and we exited lower, of course, and having a significant amount of pips in our favor, and therefore we ended up being in the money. The same for the Australian Japanese yen. This was really a touch and go because the price almost didn't make it, but we were still 1 pip in our favor, and we entered at 82.442 and exited at 82.441, whereas our last trade, which was the most comfortable one, it was the first trade we did as well, so we managed to get the price at the very top. We entered at 1.11019 and we exited at 1.0981. As you can see from our history, we did win all the 3 trades and therefore made some tidy profits in just few minutes of trading. We could also have taken the trade a little bit further. You can take the trade and be also a little bit safer up to half an hour within a news result, because it is, unless there is going to be some other news which affects any of the other currency pairs, but in this case there was nothing happening, then you can be pretty sure that the price will be readjusting towards its original level, and therefore you can take advantage of the sentiment. I hope that you found that this was a clear example of how you can trade the economic calendar. I will try to also make a later update trading with a high volatility trade, which will be affecting the sterling later on today. Thank you, and we will be back. Hey guys, so I'm back after a couple of hours, and this time we are going to look at two completely different strategies we are going to be taking with sentimental analysis. And we have very high impact news which is going to be on soon in about half an hour with the sterling. As you can see, we have high impact news, and we here already have an indication of what the people are thinking, what the analysts are thinking that the results are going to be. So with the high impact, they seem to think that the results are going to be very similar to the previous results. Whereas with the rest of the results look like they are going to be improved. So what I think is going to happen in the next half an hour is that we are going to start seeing a scaling upwards towards a stronger sterling against other currencies. Now the point is this: we can, at this point, 30 minutes before the news announcements, take a call signal. We can take a call option from now, which will expire in exactly 30 minutes, because the news seem to be, this general sentiment seems to be that the news is going to be favorable. However, and this is where the risk element comes in, if for any reason the results will not reflect what the sentiment is thinking, then we are going to have a sharp drop in the currency. Now we can do one of two strategies. We can either wait this out, see the results, and do the same kind of trading we did earlier this morning with the Australian dollar, or else we can try to experiment a little bit and take some trades now for a call option, and do them expiring within the next half an hour. So we will kind of ride on the wave that will start climbing upwards, as it will surely do when news like this is going to happen. So let's have a quick look at the charts which relate this time to all currencies which are paired with the sterling. So this time, have a look at what happened since this morning. This is the Australian dollar, which has absolutely dropped back to wherever it was originally, and this is why I said the longer you take the trades, the safer you are, because if there is no other news which will affect any of the other currencies which are paired with the Australian dollar, and there was no news like that, you are definitely safe in having trades which are going to go in your favor. But let's have a look at sterling now. So anything with sterling, we have sterling and Swiss franc here. Let's see if we start seeing an uptrend. So far, we still have a downtrend. So people have not started picking up on the news which is coming up in the next half an hour. You have to remember that any of these candlesticks are 5-minute candlesticks, so every bar shows us what's happened in 5 minutes. So the price is really zigzagging, but if I had to say anything, the price has been on a downtrend in this case. Let's have a look at other paired currencies with sterling. So sterling and Japanese yen. I have to say, I am most nervous trading sterling with Japanese, any currency with Japanese yen, because the Japanese yen is somehow the most volatile, but we keep seeing drops um, as we go along. So we actually might be in a situation where we would be picking up the right place for the uptrend, which should happen because of the positive news we are anticipating in relation to the sterling. See some more. So sterling, anything else with sterling? This should be the other way around, euro and sterling. Let's have a look. Exactly, it's completely opposite because they are paired different. So if the sterling is at the end of the currency pairs, in this case we would take a put, not a call, as we have seen with the others. Another, let's have a look at another currency pair. Let's see, do we have anything? Because it also depends on what the platform has to offer. So the platform may not necessarily have more than 3 currency pair combinations, as we did with the Australian dollar. So it looks like it will be more or less the same. We can take 3 trades. So we're going to take 3 trades in anticipation of the trade. The trade looks like it's going to be a good news, but we don't know. But in anticipation of it being good news, then we expect the currency within the next half an hour to increase in price gradually. So let's go back to sterling Swiss franc. It's still dropping and still dropping quite fast. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my broker and have a look and see whether we can get. Here we go. This is where I am looking at the news. So this is the news which is going to be impending very soon, and I will go to my broker, look out for the sterling and see what I am going to be given here. So sterling Swiss franc. Oh, seems like the price has started climbing. I might have been a little bit late taking this, but I'm going to take a call. Okay, my position is approved. Again, as I said, I am in Eastern time, but I am taking a European. So this is in 15 minutes. That's not long enough. So let's change this and take another one for 3/4 of an hour. Might be a bit too long, but I'm going to take another call. Position approved. Let's see some more currencies which are sterling related. It's unbelievable. I just looked at the charts and the charts were all, falling, and now suddenly, just exactly as I have been saying, the charts are suddenly climbing up. I'm actually going to take 2 positions with every currency, with every currency pair, in anticipation that the price is going to keep climbing. So I am taking 2 positions, and I'm going to take another call. We will have a look at our open positions very soon. Okay, what else do we have with sterling here? Oh, no, I wouldn't like to take that, but I will take the one with the US dollar. Also climbing, very fast climbing. I might be a tad too late with this. I might be taking these positions a little bit late, because as you can see, the price is really spiking up in anticipation of the news. The next one I will take will be for 8 o'clock, and I will take another call. Okay, my position is approved. What else do we have related paired with the sterling? No, not this. I don't want to take this. I am not comfortable with the Russian rubles. Okay, this is what my platform is offering. So let's have a look at our open positions. And at the moment I have taken 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 positions, of which 5 are in the money and 1 is so far out of the money. As you have seen, if you have followed my chain of thought, I have taken 2 sets of trades. One is for 15 minutes and one is for 30 minutes, all in anticipation of the news, which appears to be going favorably. I have taken them all just in time for the news announcement. So then after this, I can actually trade on the news announcement, as I did this morning with the Australian dollar. So we just have to wait this out. As you can see, at the moment I am winning everything but one trade, which is still playing a little bit about. But of course I have 15 minutes to have a look at this. I'm sure you can understand the principle and the logic by which I am taking these trades, and it is now, well, these trades expire. Let's have a look. Around between 8 o'clock, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trades which are expiring at 8 o'clock, and 1 trade at 8:30. Wow, I thought I took the trades a little bit further on, but let's see what happens. The principle is correct. I anticipate that within the next 15 minutes the price will be going up, and that is why I have taken the calls. And in fact, at the moment all of them are in the money, and we shall see. What time is it now? It's 7:46 GMT time, and we shall see within the next 15 minutes what results we are going to have. So I will be back and we will see whether my strategy is going to be working or not. Okay, we are exactly just out of expiry. It's 8:01, and these are the results we have from the 5 trades. 1 trade is still on an open position, but the 5 trades, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 wins and 1 loss. These were the previous 3 trades we took earlier this morning, which we won. So we have this 1 loss. Let's have a look at exactly how the trades are going, just as I imagined. Actually, the ones which we would have taken closer to the news announcement will be safer trades, because as you can see, the price is really scaling up with all the sterling possibilities. So let's have a little bit of a look with other currencies as well that are attached to sterling. Let's see, this had a very sharp drop, but seems to be retracing. That is the one we lost. Actually, we lost this out because it must be also that there is some movement with the Swiss franc. So I will avoid doing anything with the Swiss franc as well. And let's see, what else do we have here? Sterling and Japanese yen. It did rise, keeps falling, but I strongly believe that the general trend, there is always a pullback in the price. The general trend would be that the price will be going up within the next half an hour before the news announcement. I already won 4 out of 5 trades. I still have 1 trade which is running, which is playing about. I don't think I will take any more trades at this point. We will see together what the effect, what the outcome of the news announcement is, and then we will act and take trades according to the news. Hi guys, it's exactly 9:30 and the news announcement is obviously just paused now. It's an unbelievable rise we are seeing with the sterling, just as anticipated. Let's have a very quick look at our Forex factory and see what the results have been. I think the results have been good because otherwise the price will not have spiked up so unbelievably high. Let's have a look and see whether when we refresh our browser with the Forex factory, we're going to get the results we are expecting. So it's 4:30 Eastern European time, 9:30 in GMT time, and still no published results on the Forex factory. But if I have a look again at whatever is happening with the sterling, we can clearly see that the price is going to has been bouncing up. So our original strategy to take a price, to take a call signal as close as possible to the time that it was expected for the news to arrive, because it was thought that it's going to be favorable, was in principle a very good decision. Let's have a look at the other currencies that are related to the sterling and see what they're doing. So we still have this has not been reacting too well, the sterling with the Swiss franc, but whoa, here we go again. We also have a very huge sharp candle which has gone from 1.566 and it's gone up by like 30 pips in 5 minutes. So the principle is, in this case, and it has not gone wrong, my strategy is correct, that close to a news announcement which looks like it's going to be favorable, you are going to have a currency surge in the direction of a call signal. Let's have a look at the other currencies, see if they're all behaving the same. Sterling, USD we have seen, sterling, Japanese yen is the next one we have to look at. Again, we have this incredible spike upwards. This is all related to the news. I'm sure that if at this point I'm going to have a look at the news announcement again, we're going to have a positive result. This time, hopefully, we have an update on the news. Okay, here we are. So fantastic. This is the news announcements, and here are the results. So this was the high impact news. It was at 4:30 and this was very positive. The result was expected to be the same as the previous result at 0.3%, but in fact it was a more positive result at 0.5%. The PPI input was slightly lower than expected, which might be affecting a little bit of play about, but generally speaking, we have the other two medium to low impact news, which are again both positive, and the HPI, which was not considered as one of the most important news updates, it's a little bit lower. So we've had a lot of information being sent out in the market at the same time, but I would say, as you can see, generally speaking, this is positive announcements. So now the strategy is this: how are we going to act on this information? At the moment, we are seeing that any currency that is tied to the sterling is weak as opposed to the sterling, because the sterling is strong in the light of this news announcement. So let's have a look again, and we can see the sterling against the Japanese yen is high. The sterling against the Swiss franc, let's see how this is reacting, is also gone up. And the sterling against the US dollar, let's have a look at that. That's also very high. We are starting on the second candlestick, and as as we have done this morning, I am going to take 3 trades. This time I am going to make sure that they are within 30 minutes of expiry from the news, so that I will allow enough time for the currency to retrace back to their original position. And this time I am going to take a put option, not a call option, because I expect that after this huge spike that I will see some retraction and the price should be leveling back at what it was prior to the news announcement. And that is my strategy with trading the economic calendar. So let's take the trades. We have to go to our, here we go. We have to go to our, let's go for the sterling Swiss franc. I have to wait a little bit, please bear with me. So I am taking a put signal. This is for 9 o'clock. It's dropping down, but I'm going to take a 9:30 signal, and I'm going to take a put. Okay, sterling again against Japanese yen. Also, I am going to take a put. Give me a second, let me make sure. No, we want this to go 9:15. And I take a put. And another sterling. I may already be acting a little bit. I will take the rubles because it has been behaving more or less in the same manner. So again, I take a put. So I'm taking a total of 4 trades, all in the lower direction. Oops, I've reached my balance. We have to stop there because I'm all in. I've traded myself in. I've been trading quite a bit. And let's see, I have open positions. I have 3 open positions which are expiring. How did I take this so late? I'm taking 2 different expires and one which is looking like it's much later. This is really funny, but this is our strategy and position with our basically these 2 trades, which are already looking like they're playing a little bit about, but should be in the money. And we will come back and see how this is going to look in a few minutes. So here we are again with a resume of our trading for today based on the sentimental analysis. We have still 1 open position, but the 2 which expired at 9:30 and 9:15 were both in the money, whereas the previous 6 we only took 1 loss because it was probably too close to the expiry time, whereas the previous put trades that we took this morning, 2 are on this history sheet. 1 we also took previously was also a win. So out of a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 trades that we can see here, and 1 trade which is in our history, we had 11 trades, of which only 1 was in the loss. This is just to show strategy and to show that the economic calendar is there to be used also to your advantage if you know how to take the strategy. I hope this has been helpful, especially to any new trader who is always wondering why we avoid the economic calendar, because as you could see, the price really goes all funny and goes in all directions. But with the right strategy, you can use this to your advantage and make some money trading binary options. Thank you. Please subscribe to this channel. It's been a long YouTube session. However, I'm sure that you got the gist of the principles behind it.